Here today with Adam Leonard, aka Lenny. What you do today?
I top 8 at the Gamers World Regional in Dublin.
Wait.
Mannadium.
Let's go.
Well, VEEZAS STARFROST.
VEEZAS STARFROST.
VEEZAS STARFROST.
Everyone's kind of panned out, but they'd all promised that they were going to do this the whole time.
VEEZAS STARFROST.
Big Walter Jewell fans here.
Yeah, I picked up the deck like 3-4 days ago.
Nice.
It's literally all borrowed, so like shout out to Shane Murray for lending me every card in my deck except for the Thrusts, which Dave lent me.
That's me.
And one talent, but that was just because I couldn't find my own. Anyway, let's go ahead.
Cool, let's kick it off in style.
So 3 VEEZAS.
VEEZAS STARFROST.
VEEZAS STARFROST.
There's 2 of them are American as well.
Yeah.
Or one of them is American.
One of them is American, 2 of them are...
Yeah. Which I need to convince you to lend me or swap with me.
I'll talk to Morley about it. Yeah, 3 is literally mandatory in this list. When we get the new VEEZAS level 4, you can maybe get away with playing 2.
Okay, cool.
Because that one shuffles small back, but like probably not. And then Mannadium's 3 Rumheart, mandatory, searches your entire deck. And also like, there was an interesting interaction that came up today, right? Where like I went normal Rumheart effect, and then someone impermed it. And I chained a second Rumheart in my hand to pop the Rumheart.
Oh, because it's quick effect, yeah.
Yeah, so it resolved. And then I still had the level 4 body.
Nice.
And then because I had 2 15-21s, it meant that I could do a lot more with my deck, because this deck kind of revolves around having 15-21s for like Astronaut and things like that. Triple Meek, it's the best of the balls.
Yep.
You can do your full combo with just this. You don't actually even need Tard. Speaking of Tard, I'm playing one of it.
Oh wow, okay. Good reduction.
If I could, I would cut it, to be honest.
That's wild.
I'm thinking of cutting it anyway, because it's a hard once per turn.
Yeah.
It doesn't do the full board on its own like Meek does. And drawing multiple balls in your opening hand is terrible. And you already have this to get to them, Obsession to get to them, Calarium to get to them. So like you don't need to play a high number of them. Because I remember when this came out, people were like, this is busted, it's going to make Mannadium good. And I don't think that this is the reason that the deck is good.
No.
I think that these next 2 cards are the reason, because these cards are ridiculous. So I played a small Kashtira engine of triple Fenrir and a Rise Heart.
Ah yeah.
So
it's good.
You play the Rise Heart because he's got the VEEZAS stat line 15-21. He comes up to like make rank 4s at the end of your combo, which are like really, really important. Fenrir is just good.
Yep.
Fenrir is just a really broken Yu-Gi-Oh card. I don't need to explain anymore.
Are you playing the field spell for them?
I was considering it.
Okay.
I wasn't able to get them in time, but if I could, the Torrid would have been a Wraith
Oh
Soul.
wow, okay.
The Torrid would have been a Wraith Soul, and I probably would have cut maybe a Scareclaw Arrival for one. But at the same time, Scareclaw is cracked as well.
Alright, that's great, yeah.
Speaking of the Scareclaw cards, I played 2 Rykart.
Okay.
This is just so like, if you draw one of them, you have another one in deck. And like having multiple 15-21s in this deck is important. And this card is like actually literally just engage, because it adds Monster Reborn
and then
draws one.
Yep.
So like this card is like ridiculous. That's kind of all the engine monsters. Basically just like a bunch of 15-21s, the balls, Fenrir. You can't argue with it. Like the deck is like pretty solved. There's an argument for playing Revolution Synchron and doing Ancient Fairy Dragon stuff. So you like get to like your other field spells. You play so many of them.
Oh, so you're not on Rev?
I'm not on Rev Synchron.
Okay.
No. I think it's okay, but I think that like the Kashtira stuff is just better. I think in every way.
Okay, cool.
Non-engine monsters, just triple Thunder King.
But this is main. Sorry,
Yeah,
I saw you organizing this earlier.
Yeah,
okay.
I main triple Thunder King because you have a poor matchup into Pearly, because Towers is just irritating for this deck to out.
Yeah.
And there's annoying cards to form like Borderland Dragon was around, like Colin Carew, who came second,
yeah.
He was playing Dragon Link, and like Borderland is like borderline unoutable for this deck. So like having outs to this, you play Thunder King because it's the biggest one. So when you pop it with Vicious Astrolabe gains the most attack. So it means that you just have an easier time going for game shots. Not that this deck ever struggles going for game shots, because all your monsters are huge. Onto the spells, triple Calarium, 1 Reichphobia.
Okay.
3 of this is mandatory. This card is absolutely ridiculous. This card getting you 2 free bodies off of a VEEZAS popping a ball is like ridiculous, and like it's part of the reason that you can like make Baroness 5th summon in this deck. The secret effect of this card comes up a lot as well. If you're going
is this the defense pop or
the 3 defense position guys pop a card on the field? Yeah, that comes up a lot. There were 2 of this in my list for a while. I ended up cutting 1, and I kind of missed it a little bit.
Did you get down to 40?
I got it. It's 40, yeah.
It's 40, okay.
I kind of missed the second one of this, to be honest. I cut it for, I don't even remember what I cut it for, but it was like something good. I think it might have been Callby or something, but I did miss this.
Okay.
But I would argue that like there's an argument for like playing 2 of this, either 2 of this or 2 Wraith Souls, and then like one of this, one Pearl of Rhino. That's what Loa did in Dortmund, who top 64. He played 7 field spells because like this deck doesn't function without VEEZAS access.
Yeah.
If you don't have VEEZAS access, and like only having 2 named field spells to get to VEEZAS kind of did have.
Yeah, like it wouldn't be the worst to have a right sword in there as well.
I think Red Salt is good because even like if you open it, you just add Fenrir and then
Yeah, you have your Fenrir straight away.
Triple Abscission. This needs no explanation. This card is ridiculous.
Crazy card.
Like if you open Rum Heart Ball, like this card does everything in the game. The one Imaginings. This search when your hands are broken. This is like probably the most cuttable main deck card in my opinion. That or Torrid.
Yeah, because it can seem kind of win more sometimes, right?
I mean, like, it is, right? But the thing is, like, Abscission has nothing better to add if you already have Calarium access. So, like, you might as well play this, right?
Yeah, true.
And, like, if you're adding VEEZAS off Calarium, like, this is always live. The effect to banish and make something a tuner never comes up. The effect of this to banish and summon either 15/21 or VEEZAS from your hand comes up, like, every single time you activate it. I would argue it's only more important than the pop effect. Double Scareclaw Arrival.
Nice.
The card's not once per turn.
Yep.
It's monster. Like it reborns VEEZAS.
Plus, if you have to search it, like you can still search it even if you hard open it.
Yeah, like it reborns VEEZAS over 4, so like you can't argue with it. It's just so good. 2 thrusts. Shout out to Dave Ryan. These were the best card in my deck in like 4 or 5 of my matches. Like
who knows? Who would know a generic card that is active whenever a monster effect is applied during the turn is good?
Like I was having trouble building my side deck, right? Because I was trying to build my side deck, and there were just so many cards I wanted to fit in my side deck, but I couldn't play multiples of them because then I had too much space taken up. But then being able to main this and basically saying any one of in my side deck is now a playset. Yep. Was just so important.
Fun story is I couldn't get registered for the regional, and he was showing me his deck, and I was just like, "There's a lot of one-ofs. Do you have thrust?" And he was like, "No." I was like, "Okay, well, there you go."
And then you turned to me and you were like, "Do you want thrust?" And I was like, "Absolutely yes." What?
Big silly.
Double Talents main deck.
Oh.
This is another one that could maybe go to 1. Like cut this for a third.
1 Talents gang, yeah.
Put this for a 3rd trust. I don't know though, because whenever this card did come up, it was insane. And like a lot of the time, like I would see this card in my opening hand.
You want to see it some of the time.
Like I would see this card in my opening hand. There was a game I played against Unchained where I go Fenrir add Rise Heart, and then like he drolls me, and I look at his hand, and I get to just like realize that I can just put something in his hand back and make a Dweller, and he loses. In fairness, Unchained insta loses to Dweller anyway, so I probably did not play regardless. But the fact that I had the full hand knowledge was very important. Power 1-ofs, Rhoda, Terraforming Callby.
Nice.
I don't even need to explain these. Like every level 4 in your deck's a warrior.
Yep.
They all do different things, all serve different purposes. You play like 4 field spells. This card just says I will not lose the droll, which is this deck's biggest problem. And then trap cards, I only played triple impermanence, 1 reframing.
Okay, cool.
This card was really bad until we got to level 8 synchro because it was unsearchable. But now that it's searchable, it's like the best thing you can possibly end on because it's given this deck an out to Dark Ritter. Which
well, you never want to search it with Riem Heart, right?
No, you always search it with the synchro.
Yeah.
If you're searching this with Riem Heart,
it means your hand is already cracked.
It means you've missed something. It means that there's a better card you could have added with Riem Heart that isn't this. But either your hand is literally like 5 engine, like it's like Riem Heart, both balls, Abscission, Imaginings. Yeah. In which case it's like that's never happening. And in that case you probably don't even normal summon the Riem Heart, you normal summon one of the balls. So like that's kind of the main deck. It's exactly 40. I'll move on to the extra deck now.
Let's do it.
So you play the 1 Scareclaw Lightheart. So
still on 1, okay.
This card's ridiculous. There is an argument for if you were to play a second Reich Phobia to play 2 of this. Yeah. Because it really, really, really helps your grind. Just the fact that this card is like essentially generic in this deck, like the fact that it needs like a Scareclaw or VEEZAS means that like sometimes you can look at your hand of either Reichheart VEEZAS, and that's minimum Baron Appaloosa for 3 if you've nothing else. Which means that like even your hands that are bad are not that bad, you know. This card's just so good, and the Reborn effect. While you control VEEZAS comes up every game. Like you always do that to avoid burning the second Astral out to make Appaloosa. Cross Sheep, it's just your generic link 2 that you make with this.
I think most people know that combo by now, right? With that guy.
The Reborn effect comes up a lot rarer than you would think, actually.
Oh, okay.
It does come up, but a lot of the time you're using the Scareclaw rifle that you search with Rykheart to reborn VEEZAS, then reborn Lightheart, because that way you're not burning your Astrolaud. You have VEEZAS Engrave and Astrolaud for follow-up.
Oh, okay.
So it means that, like, if they don't completely break your board, all you need to do is literally just keep this batter alive, and like you've game on board next turn. So like not burning that is important. Appaloozas goes on the end board. It's just the best thing you can make with the materials, to be honest. Goddess, this didn't come up today, but this was like the out to Noir.
Yep.
Like the out to Noir that was
So
like
this and Kaiju's
generically seeable, you know? Like rather than like having to hard draw a Kaiju or like pull side, like thrusting into an out. It just meant that like every hand that you got to play, you did have a theoretical out to it.
Yeah.
Same applies to Borland. I never summoned it, but I didn't need to be honest. It just never. It's not that it didn't come up. It was just that like I didn't play those matchups. Like in those matchups, that card is incredibly important.
You didn't play Pearly?
I didn't play Pearly. I didn't play Dragon Link.
Oh, okay.
I dodged them.
There's not too many Dragon Link, to be fair. Pearly's more likely.
I played 2 Unchained, Flunder, bunch of combo decks, to be honest. Played a bunch of combo mirrors.
And Marincess as well.
Marincess as well.
You played a mirror of Mannadium, sure,
I
as well.
played a Mannadium mirror, yeah. Game 1, I just did combo and you can't break it. That matchup is completely die roll dependent.
Yeah.
Game 2, I opened Talon's Thrust, 4 ways to play, and I Talon's take his Disbatter and he just loses on the spot, like, because I get to reborn his VEEZAS and make light out with it. So that was insane. Tri-Edge Master, this is just, it's just Stardust Charge Warrior, basically.
But it's a light.
It's a light Stardust Charge Warrior, yeah. Didn't come up. Card's a bit mid, but there's like no better 6 to play. You could play Malong, arguably.
The new dragon, the one they use for...
The 6 that like when it goes to the grave it bounces something.
The one they send in branded or something. Not branded, whatever they send
Yeah,
in.
you could play that arguably. I think this card is just better because a lot of the time you're trying to dig for like a play. I can see the argument for Malong, to be honest. This spot's a flex spot, in my opinion. You do just need a 6 to make before we get the new 6. Amritrara, every game you combo you make this.
Yep.
So fun fact, because this is VEEZAS Starfrost on field, you can turn this into Lightheart. So you can go like...
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, so you can go like this, add reframing.
So you can go very far before you even make the Lightheart.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I wasn't making the Lightheart till I was like
never
most
seen
of
that.
through my combo. Because like, you make Barona's 5th, then you do the Crimson Dragon Disbatter stuff.
Yeah.
Then you make this. Then you make Lightheart, then you do the Scareclaw stuff. So it guarantees that your Rykheart draws a card every time.
Wow, that's nice.
Axel, I never summoned this. This is for if you can't get to Crimson Dragon and it just lets you hard back to Spatter because it's a dragon.
Cool.
It's important, I wouldn't cut it. Baron, I made this literally every single game. Any game where this stuck, the game kind of ended, to be honest. Spatter, same as this. This is actually literally more follow-up in this deck than anything else. Because being able to like reborn the VEEZAS is so important, and the fact that it reborns from like either field or either banish pile came up a couple of times today, which is kind of funny. Because like I reborn one
There's so many darks and lights in the format, yeah.
Well, I reborn one of my opponent's VEEZAS's and like made Lightheart with it, and then got to do the Scareclaw stuff with it. So like that gave me a play.
Nice.
Whereas like before I didn't actually have a play at all. Chaos Angel. I didn't make this at all.
Really?
All day. Never
Oh
came.
my god.
Never made it. I never needed it.
When I was playing this deck, I used to make it all the time.
Yeah.
Just love popping stuff. Vanishing.
I made it once, but I made it in a game where it like didn't really matter. Like it could have been this or it could have been Baron. But I was under 5 summons and I was like, this has a higher attack stat.
Yeah.
I wouldn't cut
Just
it.
bigger.
I wouldn't cut it. It's good for game shots, but the thing is like doing the way I'm doing it, where like you're holding an Astrolaud. Game shots are so easy with this deck anyway. Once you don't get like DD Crowed, which is everywhere right now. Crimson Dragon. This is just to make it spatter.
Nice.
So that's all the synchros and links.
The Ultra one? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
2 Astrolaud, 2 comes up every game. You do 1 for your standard combo to like pop a Meek and float it, and then make Crimson Dragon with this. Second one's just for killing them. Then I played 2 rank 4s. I played Babushka for Flunder basically, and I played Against Water.
Nice. For Unchained.
Unchained, Tier,
Yeah.
the Mirror, pretty much everything to be honest.
It was all about the mirror.
I'm surprised that like nobody actually plays Dweller in this really. Because like if you just played like the Cashier package, Rise Hard is just a free level 4 at the end of your combo. So like having a free level 4, and then if you have access to like a second arrival and being able to like reborn the Rykheart, you just make Dweller for free on top of everything else. I think it was is it
There's nothing that locks you into synchros or something, is there?
no, you don't get locked by anything other than the Rise Hard at the very end of your combo.
That locks into Xyz, yeah.
I think Fenrir plus any way to Realm Heart makes Dweller
Nice.
off the top of my head. And it also comes up if you get like barriers or something. Same with Baguska, because like Flunder are like gonna like Featherstorm you at some point or Shifter you, and you're just best off Baguska passing and just staring at them for a turn. So we're on to the side deck. Siding 3 Ash. You can't main this because Calarium means that every monster you control gains 100 attack for every tuner in your grave.
Oh, so it totally screws with all your Ream Arts.
It turns off the balls being able to summon spells from hand.
Yeah.
Because it makes Ream Heart 16/22. So this came in literally once against Branded. It actually didn't come up really at all the rest of the day, because I felt like the rest of my side deck was better. 3 draw. This went in exclusively in the mirror. Because it FTKs your opponent if your opponent like doesn't know how to play around it, / if your opponent's hand is awkward. So like I'm playing 3 of these because like they're mandatory to see one of them in the matchups they're good in. They're an FTK. So I'm playing 2 DD Crow basically because I had space. Just better than Bystials in every way. They beat Unchained, they beat Purdy, they beat the Mirror.
Yeah.
It's just better in every way. In fairness,
it's wild to see us all back to like DD Crow being better than Bystials in every way.
Yeah,
you know,
we moved back to DD Crow. It's so funny.
Everything's cyclical.
The rest of the side deck is like basically thrust targets.
Oh, you had space for Zombie World Wild.
There's a 3rd talent here. I had to give it back. So like these are all the thrust targets. You have to thrust into this if you get like shifted by Thunder.
Yeah.
Because like you can't thrust into Zombie.
And you so you have to go Metaverse and yeah.
Yeah, you go thrust, set Metaverse, and you Metaverse thrust.
Yeah, that's quite good.
And then Scarlight for time.
Oh boy.
Never went in, to be fair, because this deck wins. It either wins or loses immediately. So because it either wins or loses immediately, it means that like you're never going to time. I don't think I actually even got closer than like 15 minutes away from time.
Yeah,
like
I can see how that would work. It is very much.
It's like
it's a spit out your hand kind of deck. So
yeah, I mean like this card's cool as well because like in the event that you're going into time and say there's like 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
You can like activate this, blow up everything, burn them. And then like trigger the balls, and then the balls will summon, and like you can like keep making plays. So like because of that, it means that like you don't have to like just burn them and pass and like hope they can't burn you back, you know.
Nice.
So that's the whole thing. The deck is interesting. I do think it's inferior to like a lot of other decks in the room, but I think just the fact that it's a combo deck just means that on occasion you'll just win die rolls and just win the match.
Yeah. Was that the kind of thought process for today? I
was 50-50 in die rolls, and I won more games where I lost the die roll game 1 than games like the deck can go second as well.
Yeah.
The thing is, if you go first and you open combo, there's no deck in the room that beats you, bar maybe Tier if their hand is like 5 engine.
It needs to be a lot better.
It needs to be like 5 engine thrust, you know, and then maybe, but like you know, like even like the fact that like you have
your combo is more consistent then, I think.
Yeah, the fact that you have an out to Dark Ruler as well is insane.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, so that's kind of it. The only reason I picked this deck is because it doesn't lose to Shifter, because like the balls trigger wherever they go, and Calarium triggers to reborn them wherever they go. So it means that like you can make Barona's pattern through Shifter.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So that's the whole thing.
Cards. Oh my god. Okay.
Shout outs to everyone who lent me cards. Shout outs to Team Mambo if that still exists.
Team Mambo, yes, I forgot to say that.
Mambo on. This is my 5th regional in a row where I've come 7th or 8th. It's kind of funny. It just keeps happening. I keep making life hard for myself in the last like.
Lots of tops, but the grind is always real.
I just keep losing last round and then having to sweat like every regional. It's so funny.
Cool.
Thanks guys. Thanks for the
Cheers, Lenny.
Cheers.